Good morning. Good morning. No, Dave, I didn't forget to turn down the countdown timer. Just had to let it run and make me a cup of coffee here. How is everybody doing this morning? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, the title, if you saw, is To Fly or Not to Fly. Well, I tell you, I am kind of, I guess, I don't know. Big rift here in the community about the DJI 360. Randy, what's up? Dusty, who else is in? Dave, Rob, about where you get the drone from, if it's legal in the U.S. Well, I'm gonna be, I guess, I don't know. I don't want to say I'll be a drone rogue or whatever. Of course, I did sell my 360, but uh, you know, you ordered a drone, it came from China, or if you got it from South Korea or Japan, not sure. Uh, the drone is approved in the U.S. I guess there are two versions, is what I'm understanding. One has a sticker, FCC sticker, and one does not, or some do and some don't. People are sending the drone back because of that sticker. But here's kind of my take on that. You buy the drone, you go to Drone Zone at the FAA site, you register your drone. It's fine. To me, it seems like that would be good enough. You're doing what you're supposed to do. So it has a module, and the ones from China, I think, the way I understand it, that of course is not active, the dongle. So I don't know. I think people are overthinking this. Just my opinion. Sergeant Rock, welcome in. Uh, Evelyn, I personally think Evelyn is doing a great job. Um, she got a lot of people that drone, and I see now some people are sending it back. I don't know. I think we are way overthinking this stuff. The Lido, now that's a different story. Uh, it says that it was approved and then it is not fully authorized. I don't know what that means. Marcus made the decision not to fly his. I mean, that's his decision, and I stick by it. I just don't see you know, the difference in that drone compared to the mini drones we already have. Yeah, Randy, you know what? I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to steer anybody wrong here. This is just my opinion, my personal opinion. Uh, I feel like if you go to register that drone and with the FAA and they take the registration, I think you're done what you need to do. Uh, I'm talking about the 360 here. And a lot of people got Mini 5 Pros. A lot of people got Air 3S from over in China, South Korea, Japan. I don't know anybody that's ever been had any problems. I'm not going to sit there and be honest with you and look for some stupid little sticker. That's just my personal, like I say, my personal opinion. I think we've taken this way too far. The drone flyers have bent over backwards to try to do what's right. We've written letters to our senators and representatives, and I don't know. I just think we're really getting attacked now. But I, I don't know. I'm just kind of, I guess I'm kind of disgusted with the whole thing as far as trying to do things right. And yeah, there's a lot of people do things wrong. I definitely do, agree. Uh, when you order an O4 air unit from, I don't know, I've gotten some from, I guess, Flywoo. Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it's approved. It works. Uh, there's really no registration to that. So, would you not fly a home built drone? Uh, would you know? So I don't know. I'm just, I think some people in the community are taking this way too far about a sticker, and I understand, you know, if that's what how you feel, and you know, uh, Evelyn, I think she had a long list of stuff this morning that she's got for sale, and she's not pulling back on drone sales as far as I know. She had almost every drone listed. I don't think she has any 360s right now, but hey, check with her. She's got a lot of batteries. She's got a lot of accessories. I mean, what if you know the controller RC2 in that box is approved? So I don't know. Flying FPV in the USA is illegal in itself, so be worried about a little sticker being. Yeah, Randy, I guess, and I agree with you, Randy. You know, but hey, here's the deal: you get a 360 from wherever you get it from, China, South Korea, and where do they think that the drones coming from retail stores in the U.S. are coming from? They're all coming from China. So I don't really get that. And if you order something from a company, and you know, I mean, first of all, how many people that have ever looked for an FCC sticker inside of a drone? Uh, you know, I don't think you would get in trouble for flying a drone without the FCC sticker. It's what happens during a flight that you could get in trouble for, which was always the case. Doesn't matter if it had a ABC sticker or the um, whatever. You know, be responsible for your flight. Uh, Same thing, you know, home built FPV, Randy. You know, you build that thing, and I mean, you're responsible. You're the pilot in charge, the pilot in command. I don't know. It just seems like the drone. You know, what's next? You know, what's next? You know, you can only take off on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. You can only fly 100 feet. I mean, it seems like we're always being attacked, and you know, there've been. I know. There's been a few people put out videos about the sticker, saying that is you know, if you have a version without that, well, you're illegal and you shouldn't fly it. Well, if the drone's approved, whether it has that sticker or not, I just don't get it, and maybe it's way beyond my head. So I would never, like I say, steer anybody wrong. But this is all just my personal opinion. So I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? Randy, I see your opinion. Lance, what's up? Mr. Cadena has a 360. What else is, you know, what's next? What's next for the drone community? What's the next fight that you're battling? I know the word infrastructure, critical infrastructure, uh, is a bad word. I mean, you know, what's critical infrastructure? Is that could it be a stop sign? Could it be a red light? Could it be a drainage pipe? Yeah, you know. So what's next? I mean, you know, they're just trying to really make it difficult to fly, and I think more people that just say, "Hey, you know what? I'm just going to give up this hobby because it's just too hard to follow the rules." You know, anything Chinese being banned, including 3D printer. Yeah, no, I agree. Routers. I mean, you know, what's more intrusive than this thing right here? You know, uh, so it's getting crazy. And you know, I hate it. I hate it for the drone community because I feel like our group, and I mean, there might be 10 groups out there that we're not aware of, but I think our group try to do things right. And you know, you're always going to have somebody do something wrong. There ain't going to be people that fly over stadiums with, you know, it's always the intent that you have with a drone. You know, whether you buy Skydio, you don't think people can do bad things with Skydio drones. You know, uh, it's okay for them to fly over a football game or parades and stuff while they're filming a TV show, but you know, you can't fly over a person. You know, you need a waiver to fly over somebody just to maybe cross the street. So yeah, it's getting kind of crazy. I don't know what the deal is. So just kind of on a soapbox this morning. Why is the government only focusing on recreational drones from China and not all the stuff? Yeah, that's what gets me. There's a when Ronnie, good point. When remote ID came into place, as far as I know, they're still. I mean, I guess there are. I don't know for 100%, but I'm sure you can order a drone off Amazon that weighs over 250, and that doesn't have remote ID. Yeah, Ronnie, I guess I kind of always thought that idea of delivery systems wouldn't work only because, I see the guy pull up right here at my house. Matter of fact, he's been here already once, but he only had a package for us. But sometimes he'll pull up and he can walk to 4 houses within, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. So I don't know, how you could do it any faster with a drone or save any money. But, by the time you hook a package up and all of that. But if people start flying to Lido and get caught, it will be all over the news and hurt. Rob, I guess, I don't know. But what's different because that particular drone is not approved. It was, but then it was rescinded. And that's not what I'm saying. I don't. I don't know. I would kind of disagree with that, but that's just my personal opinion. We already have 10 variations of mini drones. When I look up Amazon in the dictionary, your picture comes up. I don't know about that. My daughter's picture might come up. We'll get caught. It will be all over the news and hurt all of us pilots that follow the rules. I agree with Morgan sending his Lido back. It is not approved as far as that's what DJI says. So hey, that's fine. But the 360, is definitely different to me. It's approved, and I just don't think it's a problem. But hey, do what's best for yourself. That's what I always say. I mean, we got people building FPV drones that they're rip. They have nothing. Those drones are far more dangerous, or either can do more harm than what a little sub 250 camera drone can do. But we'll see how it all pans out. Ronnie, how's the weather in Ronnie? My daughter and them all headed up this morning. They left at 6 o'clock, so they're coming up there to get Gracie. Well, pack her up. Has anyone seen it? Talk to Bill from Coast to Coast Drones? No, haven't. Bill's a chat now and then. He's in a little group chat with, I think, me, Ron, Marcus. So I see Bill in there. Somebody's texting me. I'm sorry. I talked to him last week, Ronnie. He's doing good. Okay. Yeah, Bill, he was going to start his show back, I believe. Try to get back going, but he hadn't done it in a while. Yeah, his show, of course, follows ours on a Wednesday night, right after 30 minutes after we finish, Captain Ray and myself. But anyway, hey guys, what do you think? Where are we headed? Where are we headed in the drone? Drone Okie, John. Where are we headed in a community? Are you kind of scared to fly, or are you just more cautious? I know we're more cautious flying with the drones because of, I guess, carrier refresh and all of that. But I mean, as far as I know, any other drone that was on that list, the only other drone that hadn't come out would be I think it had the Mavic 5 on there. So we'll see how that but if it was on the list, and Mavic 5 to me is a ways away from being produced, because they just don't come out with that Mavic series as quick as they did with the Air series. But same way with the Pocket. What's the Pocket 4? I mean, yeah, you can't even get a Pocket 4 in this camera. I mean, we're a free country, and that's just crazy. drone company made in the U.S. Yeah. Good luck on that, Dave. The people wouldn't pay the price. I mean, at DJI, I know people, and this is to me, and I'll go on a limb saying this, that DJI will never come here. I mean, if they do, you're talking about double the price of drones. Yeah, Joe, I just don't even think you need that. That, buy a clear label making print. There's stuff, all the time that probably doesn't have, I don't know. I guess you check your routers, start checking all your stuff. So if you got a router, doesn't have that sticker, are you going to not get on the internet? Yeah, Ronnie, you're right. And they definitely could build a drone. But the only thing for us in a recreational hobby, there's no need for an American-made drone company to even think about building like a Mini 2 or some that kind of stuff. So I just don't think we'll ever see that, or at least we won't see it for some years. And they could easily do it, but to me, they just got so far behind the eight ball in technology. They just let China just roll past them, and it's a shame. It's a shame what's happening. It's what's next? I mean, it's just like we said, remote ID wouldn't happen, the ban wouldn't happen. Well, what's next? E-bikes. I think they're going to ban e-bikes all over. Blue cars, red trucks. I mean, you can't buy. I don't know. It's just getting crazy. 2 boats we sold recently both had outboard motors, made in Wisconsin in the early 80s. They still look brand new and ran great. Yeah. Bottom line, you can register the FA drone. Yeah, Joe, I would agree with you 1,000%. And if it takes that registration and you done what you did and you're not going to fly any different, you personally are not going to fly any different, whether that drone's got that sticker on it or the way you fly, you did your part to register it. So I don't know. I just think we're headed in a bad a bad area with it maybe, I don't know. Will it divide the community? Even separate. A lot of people say, "Well, I'm just going to go to FPV drones and build." Well, when you order those air units from, like I said, I've ordered an air unit from Flywoo. I got one from Evelyn. I got one from, I think, South Korea. They all work. They all update. There's no registration with that. So yeah, are you flying illegal? You're flying without a sticker. So, but I don't know. Just get out there and fly and enjoy what we have. We do have some great drones, and maybe they acting like something miraculous is going to happen in the end of the year. I don't know what that means. I've heard some dates. It's just all going to be over. Well, that don't even remotely make sense to me. So we'll see what happens. What's up, everybody else this morning? What's tonight? What is today? Wednesday? Yeah, of course, no show tonight. Fly for Fun show. That's next Wednesday. We have Mr. Chris Hope on. I see Bailey taking the golf cart there, going to her swim lessons. It is a bright sunny day so far, but I'm sure we'll get some rain later. Captain Joe, what's up? Nick, good morning. Here's the link if anybody wants to hop in. Nick, what's up with you? But Evelyn put a long list of stuff that she has out this morning on Facebook. Lots of batteries, lots of accessories. Oh, Ronnie said, well, we finally got a little. Oh, wow. JoJo.
What's up, morning?
I don't know. I'm in a bitchy mood this morning.
You too?
Well, Joe, I don't know. I guess all this stuff, to be honest with you, is kind of overwhelming. And I think we got so many people coming at us from different sides. Some of the influencers, some of the people that, have companies. Of course, the people selling drones in the U.S. And I don't know. I'm really disgusted about the whole thing. I mean, the part, you and I talk about, Joe, I know you being a Marine and all that years ago. It's, you know what? It's a free country, but right at this second, we're not quite free. At
We're not
least
free at all.
we're not free to buy what we want to buy. And that's kind of upsetting, especially, the Lido. I don't get the whole Lido thing. I mean, that drone is no different. It doesn't do anything special that a drone that we
Nope.
never had before. I could see, okay, well, they came out with this supersonic drone. It can fly 40 miles away. You can pass it on to the next fella in the next state. None of that kind of technology. So it's just another little drone. And,
Yeah.
so
Well, it's like the 360. Every time you fly by anything, it gets all the information from everything around you. If there's a girl in the bathroom doing whatever she's doing, it'll see through the wall, But I guess that's what it is, That's what
Yeah.
I don't know. Would they expect that to be that way or something? I don't have a clue. It doesn't make sense to me why all of a sudden you got drones that are on the list, but then they're taken off the list.
Right.
It's just
Right.
political. All it is.
Yeah,
Political.
it is political. And I mean, that list, and listen, the Lido, and listen, Marcus, Marcus and I are good friends, and we talk all the time, and we talked last night.
I'd have kept
it. I think because of his channel. Now, listen, he could keep it and fly it and never post anything. I understand
Right.
all that, but they got people, and I'm sure you've gotten stupid comments on your videos before that you flew over this and you flew over that or whatever. But I kind of understand it is off the list. Now, could that drone, I don't even know if anybody tried to register Lido. I wonder, because it's FCC approved, but it's not fully authorized. So that would be interesting if you had a serial number with one of them and just seeing if it took, at the site. I mean, yes, the drone that you have, which I sold you, you personally, to me, did the best you can do. You paid your money. You have it registered under your name. That flight is recorded every time you fly. There's no different than you flying the Mavic 4 or the whatever. Yeah, so I don't know.
Right. It doesn't make any sense because, like I said, when I put the serial number into the FAA, it said accepted.
Yeah.
It gave me a number. That's quick. So why would that be accepted if it's illegal? That's the whole thing. So I think, like I said, I went like, if you register automobile, I got the tag now,
Yeah.
So what are you going to tell me? Oh, you weren't supposed to register that in the state of Louisiana. It's like, wait a minute, it just don't make sense anymore.
Well, it don't, and I think it confuses people because, okay, I got a drone frame right here that I'm, you saw me putting together the other day. Well, I got some motors coming. Well, I got a couple brand new 04 air units. Two of them came from Evelyn, and two of them, they're still in the box, came from Flywoo. So, I mean, now those you don't register. So, I don't know. It's just too technical, and there's too many ifs and ands.
Right.
That drone is far more dangerous, or will be, flying over somebody than, I don't know. I'm just kind of aggravated with the whole situation.
I think the other thing that really aggravates is the fact that you see the size of these little drones. This is like, and this could hurt somebody if you flew it directly into them fast.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
You could hurt somebody with that, Good. But you got the guys that go out there and they build these or they purchase these $100,000 little one-seater planes. Now they don't need half the regulations that we got with drones.
Yeah.
They probably don't even need no airspace. They just go fly. You know, it's like it doesn't make sense. It's just like I said. Is it going to change better or worse? It could go either way.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, the Lido, I do understand. Hey, Nick.
Good
Yeah,
morning. First off, is there an echo? Because I'm in the car.
No, you sound okay.
Echo.
Echo.
I don't know if I missed the conversation about like the whole FCC stuff, but like I have some input on that.
Okay.
So if you build your own drone, is it FCC certified?
Not really. No.
Exactly. So you're not going through any process to like become FCC certification. The FAA doesn't care about that. That's not their lane. All they're looking at is if aircraft are being registered properly within the United States. So really, the FCC certification part is more just for DJI to be able to sell in the United States, more so than to legally fly in the United States.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like possessing it, flying it, could you get in trouble because those? Now, here's the thing: as long as it's still using the same frequencies that are already approved by like FPV drones and like home-built drones, you're not violating anything. Those are still the approved frequencies. So as long as you're not interfering with other frequencies that are not meant for drones and all that kind of stuff, then you should have no issues. It's not illegal. DJI just can't legally sell it in the United States. Would be my take on that.
But Nick, okay, the drone that Joe got, it came from Evelyn. All right, now it's actually has the dongle, I assume, but it's of course that dongle is not operative in the U.S. But he registered it. That drone is approved by the U.S. So I mean, now if that serial number or whatever wouldn't have taken, or they're not registering. How do they know to register one that came from China and one that came from South Korea that doesn't have the dongle? I mean, I feel like he done all he had to do to register it. He paid his money, and his flight is what counts, and the intent of that flight, not the sticker on the drone. You know.
Right, and I'm gonna continue to fly it too.
Yeah, and like I said, you could build the same drone. Obviously, I mean, it'd be harder to do that, but as long as there's nothing to say that it's not a home-built drone versus a DJI or Autel or what's the other one, the Sky Rover or whatever. Like, it's just a drone. Like I said, the only time you could get in trouble, in my opinion, would be if it's using frequencies that are outside of the band that you're allowed to use.
Right.
I agree.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's about it. Like that. Again, I want, as a Part 107 pilot, you want to follow the rules, but I don't think that's even outside of the Part 107 rules. So honestly,
I don't remember anything that tells you that.
No, and like the Part 107, yeah. So I think it's more just, you're talking about consumerism, and like obviously we are a country of consumerism, and we should be able to buy whatever we want, but obviously they're trying to push U.S. drone manufacturing, which isn't going to happen on the consumer level. But
now I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna use any names, and I know it's gonna ruffle probably their feathers, and they're gonna know who I'm talking about. But there's people in the community that they're looking forward to all this happening, because every time they get a little controversy, they got clickbait and they get more views. That's all they're worrying about. That's all they're worrying about. And then they got people that get in the chat the whole time, and the whole time they're in the chat, they can't say anything nice. You know, what was it? Who was it? Was it Thumper's mom that said, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all, or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's, again, we would all love manufactured drones in the United States, but there was an article, I just know the title of it was, "Sorry Kid, your drone's for war now," which sounds very clickbaity, but it was a good article just saying, hey, like, every drone manufacturer in the U.S. is focused on the defense industry. There's not a single company is like, hey, let's make a $600 drone for hobbyists, because there's no money in that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's
So,
make the same $600 drone and charge the military $2,000,
yeah. So I mean,
and that
That's a
might be
bargain.
like that might be light, might be like 5,000. my
What
son-
sucks is U.S. drone
Yeah,
company was
no.
open and internal parts was yeah, I mean, and look, DJI, they can talk all they want. I mean, if they built, and I don't think it's not even close to them opening something here and employee. I mean, stuff is so automated now in the factories. I mean, Joe, that big Niagara warehouse that they just built right there past Hammond on the interstate. Yeah, I
Right.
mean, things like, I don't even know how 400,000 square feet or something, but they got 40 employees, because of automation.
Automation.
So yeah, DJI, they could put 3 guys in a freaking warehouse building drones, but guess where all the components are coming from? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
That warehouse that might have 40 employees, probably 38 of them are working in the office. doing
Yeah,
book,
no lie.
And 2 people pressing switches.
Well, that's the way it is at these day and times. But I just don't want people looking. I don't say they're looking down on. Okay, well, you did what you needed to do to register that drone, and your flight is, it's recorded, it's logged, and you ain't gonna fly that any different than the drone if it had 10 FCC stickers on it. That's the cool thing. And I'm like Nick, they're not looking, they're not. I don't know. It's just like the weighing the drone. What was it? The Mini 5 or one of them they were saying was like 252 grams or whatever. People were wigging out about that crap.
Right.
So, did we make too big a deal out of everything? Absolutely. But I think we're trying to do things right. Like Nick said, hey, I'm a 107. I want to do what's right. I mean, it's my drones are registered, and hey, when that flight's recorded, guess what? It's coming back to me. Well, and it's only the deal is if somebody reports you, of course, but at least you got the proof that you flew right.
Well, how many people, when they see you and I flying, come up and give us a hard time, Johnny? Most of them are curious, and they love the fact that we're
we never ever had a problem.
Yeah, I even had a good-looking girl walking a dog one time. She was sitting there talking to me for about 10 minutes, and the only reason I couldn't get her numbers because another eagle came in, chased my drone, and she walked away. Damn eagle.
Well, Nick, you build. I mean, okay, I did order. I don't know. I know I have an air unit from Flywoo. I mean, I assume.
Oh, you got to throw that one away.
I mean, I don't know. Is it good? Yeah, of course it's gonna fly, and I'm saying I'm not gonna worry about it. I mean, it's a DJI 04 air unit that's approved in the U.S. So you know what? They're not doing anything wrong.
And that's the thing is like the different parts. The DJI air unit's FCC approved already,
right.
But the other things like the receiver and transmitter, Radio Master is FCC approved for their controllers. But a lot of those random ELRS or Crossfire modules you might buy as a receiver probably aren't FCC approved, and they're outputting 25 milliwatts, 30. They're supposed to be, but it's such a small part that most manufacturers aren't bothering to get FCC approval for those items.
Yeah.
And we're in a city. Technically, we're in not in a rural area, but if you go out to the Snake River Canyon and you're flying the Lido, how many police come out there and check you?
Well,
it's just my thing.
It's no different than you. I mean, you know what? Your car, Nick, you're driving, and whatever the speed limit is. Well, go about 40 mile an hour past the speed limit. Well, you know what? You're doing something wrong. And
like you're going about 10 more.
Same thing if you're doing something with you can fly a 250 drone. Hey, in the war in Ukraine, I guess that was. I mean, it gave a bad light to drones, and now we're suffering from that, because we all know what drones can do, even though they've been building drones for FPV type drones. I'm sure there's home builders that've been building that stuff for 20 years,
They're strapping bombs to before drones? Cars. Whatever's available.
Yeah, or people, they just strap it to.
Or people.
Yeah. I mean, so just ban everything.
No.
Yeah, no. Oh man, it's a crazy world. Lance, Nick, did that footage I sent work for you? Okay.
Lance, I haven't had time to even look at it at this point, so I'll get around to it. We just
Gator
started a
Drone.
class, so.
Terry, welcome in. Terry Dugas. But anyway, I don't know. I just thought it's interesting. You seeing some videos pop up now. It's starting a big, well, does your drone have the sticker? Does it not have the sticker? And, I don't, it's just kind of depressing to me that those little bitty drones like Toledo. Now, if Toledo, listen, it is not approved. Well, it is approved, but it says if you go further, it just says full authorization has never been passed. I don't know what that means. It seems like it's got the sticker, it's approved, but now they're saying, so if you know that, hey, I understand it. The 360, I feel, is a total different thing only because it is approved. It's on the list. You can register it. So I don't know what else you can do other than.
I'd like to know if you could register Toledo.
Well, I think Dave is in the chat. Does he still have Toledo?
AZ has.
The one thing I can guarantee you, being the FCC and the FAA are both federal agencies, they're not talking. I can guarantee you that much.
Guarantee that.
Yeah, no lie.
And you'll be right next to the Air Force, and you don't talk to each other.
So also too, like think about this: it was like a year ago, the FCC put into policy that they could retroactively remove certifications for already approved FCC items. So that may have been what happened with Toledo. Is it was already approved, and they do all the DJI band stuff and everything. The FCC may have said, "Hey, we're retroactively not doing the final steps for it," or something. Who knows? But that is a thing now too. They could do.
Well, let me ask you. Yeah, good point. And they did absolutely do that. But so what if tomorrow we get an email from DJI says that they rescinded the Air 3S? So I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna just sell it, keep flying it? I mean, what's the story here? I mean, we could say, well, that'll never happen. Well, pretty much we've been pretty much wrong about everything that we thought that wouldn't happen. I mean, I will admit it. Kind of a long time ago, remote idea never happened. That December 23rd date of never happened with the ban. Well, all of that came true. And, so yeah, what is next? I mean, it might just say, if I was DJI, they lucky I'm not DJI because I'd be like zapping drones and bricking them and everything, being pissed off. That's just me, but all of this just made Brendan Carr's head even bigger. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, but they, just a couple weeks ago, well, now you can miraculously get updates for another 2 years. Well, if they're bad, if something is bad for you today, why are you going to let it go 3 more years? Actually, 2029,
Yep.
So it's all about money, and it comes down to something. Somebody paid something off. I mean, I understand some of that had to do with routers and all of that, but hey, the routers, where they're from. I mean, come on. Every home in America's got a router in it. So
I got a question. Mine's are AT&T. They gave it to me. So in 2.5 years, they're going to have to give me a different one?
Probably.
Or they're going to have one?
So
it isn't going to be made out of American ports or Chinese ports.
Well, might have a made in USA sticker with all Chinese stuff on the inside of it,
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a crazy world, man. I just say get out there and fly what you got and do what's right. I mean, listen, whether a drone's got a sticker, it's how you fly, the intent and the safety and I mean, I think all of us try to follow the rules. I mean, I think most people wouldn't even worry about taking a test if they had ill intentions with something. TP-Link is exactly in the list being banned soon. Yeah, Dave, I understand. But what's next? I mean, they're not the only TP-Link isn't the only thing with Chinese components in it. They probably got a couple hundred brands of routers, So
right.
I was trying to remember the whole router thing, and I don't think there was a single U.S. manufacturer, other than I think I don't think it was even Linksys. They brought up the fact that obviously the whole reason that the router ban came up is because they failed to update the routers, and that's what opened the exploit that allowed hackers to get in. So it was really the user's fault for not updating their product more so than the product itself. So
The TP. I'm just reading some. Well, hey, we'll see how it all falls out. All right, Nick. Well, thanks for hopping in.
absolutely, you guys have a great day. We'll see you on tonight's stream.
All righty.
Right.
Oh man, I don't know, Joe. It's getting crazy in the drone community.
I'm just gonna fly. I don't care.
No, I know, and me too. You know, I'm building this drone here, and I'm gonna build it. And I mean, you know, fly right, kind of like banning guns. Most criminals don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
Well, you know what's happening right now in New Orleans, starting today, right? Tall ships NOLA 250.
What's that?
Tall ships NOLA 250.
Oh yeah, I did see that yesterday or a couple of days ago. I know.
So they should be coming in sometime today. They don't have a time frame. Usually they give you a time frame when they're coming in. The place to go is Algiers Point. Sit over there on Algiers Point and fly your drone because it's legal right there. And it's right outside the two airspaces. Even though you could probably still get Lank right there.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have a big Coast Guard ship coming in under sail, everything, that big one, all of that stuff. And the Coast Guard ship, you technically can't fly it unless you're 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet away from it, which you got 2,000 feet to play in that river. So you can actually do it. You can get away from it.
It had to be 2,000 feet from it and
from it 1,000 feet above it.
Above it, yeah, okay.
So you can stay around it and go around it from 2,000 feet and do stuff, but you can get away with it. You know? But they're gonna have all kinds of different tall ships coming in with their sails, and that'll look cool in front of the cathedral. I did that a few years ago and shot one and got a couple of covers. But I just don't feel like, if I knew the time frame, I'd go over there. But I don't want to go over there and just sit there, you know. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because usually they tell you what time they're going to be, where they're going to be, and stuff like this, but nothing's on that list.
The sun's out this morning. Of course, it was out yesterday morning. It didn't rain till late, but I don't know, man. I know poor Bailey. She's fighting these swim lessons. She was kind of aggravated yesterday evening. She had to cancel.
Oh, yeah, she had to cancel because of lightning, huh?
Yeah. It ended up raining a little bit yesterday evening late, but it wasn't too bad. But it is. Ain't nothing you can do about the weather. But all right, well, I guess we'll hop off. I was just kind of sitting here drinking some coffee. I know, well, Paul should be going on, I guess, or is he on? Paul's on. So we'll swap over there and listen a little bit. But all right, well, I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Everybody have a good day, and no stream tonight, no Fly for Fun show. Next week we have Mr. Chris Hope. And I don't know, Captain Ray. I don't know who Ray has tomorrow. I forgot. So Ray's got the show tomorrow. So, All right, everybody, have a good day. Let me hit this.